Welcome to the Pond House. This is a modern architect's home just 90 minutes away from New York City. It has been featured in a bunch of different publications, including Dwell, and it's nestled on 19 very private acres of land. I'm looking out at a pond right now as I'm speaking to you, and there's even a waterfall. And for the interior, this is the perfect spot for a family. There are 3 bedrooms and 2 gorgeous bathrooms, and my favorite part is definitely the expansive living room and kitchen area. So this is one of my favorite spots that I found as of late in the Northeast. You guys are in for a real treat, so strap in. Let's now go and start the full tour. Let's go and check out this modern architect's cabin situated on 19 acres of land. One of my favorite angles of the home is here from the side because I feel like you can get a better picture of the overall design of this home. It's in a bit of a modern barn house style. You'll notice just how tall the ceilings are in that main room. It was a little gloomy and rainy throughout my stay, but I didn't let that stop me. I had to get a fire going. Now, you do have a couple different fire pit options, but this is one of the main ones in front of the home. They have a very nice selection of firewood at this property, so I had no issues getting something up and running. And now we'll just take the drone and zoom out a little bit to show off more of the property. This is a more bird's eye view of the pond as a whole. There is a small path there you can see on the far right that runs around almost the entirety of the pond. Let's go and explore a bit more. You have 4 chairs and a small beach on one end, a large log that you can walk across, and my personal favorite is definitely the private waterfall that you have a little bit closer to the home. But let's now go and see the other side of the house and continue with the tour. This is the entry side of the home. You have a nice covered garage and then the main house over there on the left. There's also a nice garden right next to your driveway. You can pick some plants and herbs and vegetables here if they're in season. And it was, again, pretty rainy throughout my stay, but this is a little bit of what the surrounding area looks like. But that's it for everything on the exterior, guys. Let's now go and see the interior. When you first enter, you'll see your all-black mudroom. You can hang your coats and jackets on those hangers, and there's plenty of storage space and a little bench on the left. But let's continue on. Next, we'll go into the living room space, which is definitely one of my favorite parts of the entire interior. I already have a fire going there in the wood stove on the far right. This is me making that up earlier in the day. They have a huge pile of firewood outside, but you can also store some in this little shelf there on the right. This was perfect for a cozy fall day. In this direction, you'll notice one of the 2 massive blue couches. These things were so comfortable, you just sink immediately into the cushions, and they're both looking out towards those big sliding doors and the pond off in the distance. But along this wall, there are 2 windows. I'll pull down the blinds because you actually have a full-on movie screen projector that you can put on this wall so you can watch your latest show. I'll briefly show this off, but you can easily access the pond and the outdoors at any time by sliding open these 2 big doors. You can just see how large this house is compared to me in this shot. There is also a nice book waiting on one of the counters. It has some gorgeous photographs of the home, and it details more about how they built this property. This is a great idea. I think more hosts need to do this and get a little more personal. Next, let's now go and focus on the kitchen more. You have a large picnic table style spot right there in the middle. If you look more off into the distance, there's actually your fridge and freezer behind these cabinets. I love the hidden appliance style. I think it makes for a much more luxurious look. I'll pan to the right now. You can see your microwave, stovetop, and oven, and plenty of countertop space. And I love those shelves near the kitchen sink. But I'll now look in this direction. There is a ladder, and we're going to briefly climb up it now to go and see what's in the loft. We won't spend too much time here. It's mostly a storage space with a small table and some cushions. It's a spot for the kids. It's time to go and see the other half of the home. This hallway is located right next to the mudroom and the kitchen. There is a large bookshelf there on the right-hand side that is filled to the brim with some books. I think this host certainly enjoys to read. And there's even an iPad that is built directly into one of the walls. It's connected to a Sonos surround sound speaker system, so you can play some music. Further down the same hall, you have two doors there on the left. The door on the far left, we're going to head through that first, and this leads into the first of 3 bedrooms. This home is definitely perfect for a family, so this is the bunk beds room for the kids. Along the other wall, you then have a large counter and some storage space, and there is a shelf there at the top with some collectibles and toys. Let's exit the kids' room, and we'll open up that other door that we saw earlier. It leads to your washer and dryer, which is definitely nice to have for a larger home. Now, further down that same hall, there are 3 more doors. I'm trying my best to give you guys a good idea of this layout. So we're going to head through the first door there on the far left, and this takes you into bedroom number 2 of 3 in this house. This room has some nice decorations like that owl painting on the far left. There's also some great lighting throughout, like those 2 smaller lights on either side of the bed. You then have these 2 shelves right in the middle. That is another Sonos speaker on the top shelf. And over here on the right, you have some hooks that you can hang things on, not to mention this closet in that last corner. Directly across the hall, we're now going to go through this door on the far right, and this leads into the first of 2 bathrooms. Personally, this is my favorite bathroom. I just absolutely love the green tiling all throughout the left side of this room. It's really eye-catching, and green is one of my favorite colors. If you look on the right, you then have a simple bathroom sink and a mirror. For the final of those 3 doors, we are going to go straight ahead into what I would consider to be the master bedroom. It's quite similar, to be honest, compared to the other bedroom. There are just a few small differences, and the color of the sheets is different. I also love the headboard though behind those pillows, and you have 2 shelves up top with a few more decorations, some books, and another Sonos speaker, not to mention a slightly larger closet can be found in this corner. Now, this is the master suite because you do have your own in-suite bathroom, so you don't have to go very far at all from your bedroom. You have these gorgeous white vertical tiles all throughout, and whereas the other bathroom had a bathtub more for the kids, this particular bathroom has a shower for the grown-ups. Thanks for watching, guys. All booking info is down in the video description, and I'll see you very soon for another Airbnb tour.